So let me just go to the hood nigga, because the hood nigga already gonna go above and beyond when he comes to a girl like me, because he's gonna appreciate what I bring to the table versus a good guy who knows he has all these options. He's gonna take me for granted. So I'll just go to the hood nigga who gonna, you know what I'm saying?
What up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, back in here with one more video. Why do we pick good guys last? Listen to black women. This comes from content creator Madame Noir. I am not familiar with the content creator at all. First time hearing about him. Guys, you have suggested this to me a lot over the past 6 months or so. A lot. All right, just getting into it right now. We got to have this conversation. This good guy thing used to permeate on my channel, I want to say around 6 or so months ago or so. Okay, we moved on from there, but I'm willing to dip back into it, re-engage the conversation. All right? Without further ado.
Okay, before we get into this question of the week, what do you define as a good guy? What does that mean?
Good question.
I found, to be very honest, my definition of a good guy has changed over the years. A good guy for me used to mean that he had money, that he had a certain like social standing, but I found that that didn't mean that they were really good people. So now for me, a good guy is someone that is kind, that's a hard worker, that doesn't have serious problems with honesty, and that actually is a little square.
Oh, Jesus. Just first comment right here. It sounds like she's speaking from a little bit of experience as to show an evolution in the way that she thinks about men. I'd venture to say she's not all the way there. But I mean, it is what it is. This is someone who has lived a little bit of life, gotten her heart broken a couple of times, and now comes out to some more of these intrinsic values of good people. But then she finished off as a square, right? Like, whatever. That's her truth. Let's move on.
Oh, I feel like for me, those qualities now you can find them anywhere, not just in the church or in school, you know, because I used to associate the good guy with the guy who's in church, the guy who's in the library all the time. But now I feel like you can find you a good guy in the street. You know what I'm saying? Some of these street dudes, they be good guys. They'll take care of you. You know, they'll care about you. They'll motivate you. They'll support you. So for me, it's just, you know, sometimes the popular definition of a good guy is not my definition of a good guy.
I can see why y'all were linking me this video. Holy moly. Wow. All right. So what the second one was saying is that I used to think like in the church, in the library, I think that she said. And then she said, but you can find a good guy anywhere as long as they motivate you and as long as you can find them out in the streets. This is hood booger mentality 101. Okay. This is a combination of hood booger mentality 101 and then also young and inexperienced mentality 101. This is someone who is not as experienced as what the first one was saying. There's no, if anything, this sounds like there's a de-evolution in the way that she thinks about things. So what you're telling me is that irrespective of what he engages in within his life, the degree of integrity that he shows, how he stays on the right side of the law, bump all of that stuff. Like none of that is attributed to your. Listen, guys, this is the problem when you get into melanated culture and you see there's components that men strive to be something, to live a fast way of life, right? And then there's women who see that and still want to give them viscosity. Imagine, one of the quickest ways to stop all of that is if the women stop giving those types of dudes viscosity. That's one of the quickest ways to get dudes on their purpose. Oh, I don't get no viscosity by doing this over here. Okay, I'm gonna have no money and I'm gonna have all this money and no viscosity. That doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I should clean up my act a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm being slightly facetious, but there's a little bit of truth in there. Oh, this one's gonna be a fun one. Let's move on.
All of this leads us to the question of the week. Why do we pick good guys last? Okay, ladies, so why don't we just pick the good guy first? Doesn't it seem so simple?
Yeah. Who said we don't, though? Because a lot of times you'll pick a good guy, but does the good guy want you? You know, a lot of these good guys, they want the hoe, they want the scammer. The same way we like excitement, they like adventure too. I see that a lot of times with the good guys, you know what I mean? So a lot of us, we pick the good guys, but does the good guy want the good girl?
Listen, listen to the mentality. I just talked about this. She attributed a good guy as to, it don't even matter. You could get one in the streets and da-da-da-da-da. Listen, actual good, upstanding dudes is going to look at your scamming ass and be like, no, I don't want no parts of it. Red flag on the play. Red flag on the play. But your idea in your mind of what a good dude is, and maybe you're watching too much Love and Hip Hop. You got to get your mind out the gutter, right? To promote to something more advantageous in your life, to be able to identify correct people. She's the personality type that has no idea why things around her go to shit. She has no idea, right? Situations can happen, things at work, with her boss, people and friends around her, and have no idea that it has to do with your small view of the world and how you attribute things to the space of the people in and around you, how you are accountable for your own actions. She's all over the place. This is somebody who has not been pressure tested in the world. She has not hit a dose of reality yet. It seems like the first one has, though. That's unbelievable to me. No, wrong. Good dudes. There's no such thing as a good dude that wants a woman who's a scammer. All right? Holy moly.
So we're canceling each other out.
Exactly.
I feel like, though, most of us don't, and not even say most, but I feel like some people, and I can definitely put myself in this category because I've been super guilty of it, didn't pick good guys or good men, like, because like we're normalizing trauma. Like we think that to be in love is like exciting and it should be danger, and it's like we think that all of these things are normal.
She's giving me hope.
When you meet a nice guy where it's just like it's easy, it's like, oh well, I don't trust it because I don't know what that is. Like so much of black love is about struggle. Like why does our love have to be struggled for it to be like this is what it's supposed to be exciting and feel good?
But you said something really good about trauma speaking to trauma.
It can. Like for some of us, and myself included, my first relationships, like my father, there was damage there. So that informed a lot of my choices in men, and I think many of us do that. So that's why we want, or we respond to like the negativity or the, you know, the bad guy.
Yeah, so.
Shout out to the one on the left. She's taking a much more introspective approach to what that is. And I love the way that she transitioned that conversation when the girl in the middle was saying something that was completely wrong and completely false. Instead of combating what she's saying, what she did is that she took the conversation and made it about herself as an example to show the growth and the healing from where she was to where she is now. And she actually called out the relationship with her father, which had to deal with a lot of that trauma that she talked about. That's super interesting, and that's much more of a mature way to handle a conversation like this. So shout out to her.
So basically what you're saying is that we are attracted to this badness, and we have now associated the bad guy with fun.
Yep.
And we are overlooking the good guy. Okay, so now let's see what the social media streets are saying. Ethereal,
just real quick, there's a lot of editing in this video. Like low key, I wanted to see what the one in the middle was gonna say about that, but you could tell that they switched over to back and forth as opposed to it having her speak her mind, probably because it threw off the conversation.
Kia says, imagine how much more pleasant our communities would be if our women weren't stressed out trying to play both parental roles. Imagine how much happier and peaceful our homes would be if our women could focus on cultivating them from the inside. I hear praises around.
Hello. Hallelujah.
I agree.
Praise the Lord. That's the word right there. Imagine.
Someone responds.
Yeah, but so hold up. Oh, God. So you have a tweet like that, and essentially what they're saying is, imagine a place where women don't have to. Are we just missing how that happens? Oh, are we just we're just not gonna talk about that? Yeah, we're just gonna clap the tweet like, oh yeah, now that we have this shit happening in our society, yeah, what did imagine? Dude, step y'all games up. Oh, like it didn't take two to tango? Oh, we're just gonna skirt all accountability. Is that what I'm hearing? Echo chamber, echo chamber, echo chamber. Which is why it's so important to talk about these things.
responded and said it would solve most of the dysfunctions in the black community, which is what you were talking about, the trauma.
We have to heal because like we have to take responsibility for the men that we're choosing, but then the men, same way. It's like we're not here to fix them. They're not here to fix us. You have to fix yourself.
And you know what? Another part of that trauma is like for me, when it comes to me and I'm going and I'm dating these guys, they want to mistreat me. But then when they go to other girls of other cultures, you know, they going above and beyond, and it's like, okay. So let me just go to the hood nigga, because the hood nigga already gonna go above and beyond when he comes to a girl like me, because he's gonna appreciate what I bring to the table versus a good guy who knows he has all these options. He's gonna take me for granted. So I'll just go to the hood nigga who gonna, you know what I'm saying, take me on the adventure I deserve.
You said something really good there though, because the good
Wait a minute. I was just about to comment on this. Hold on, let me hold my comment real quick. Look, watch the one on the left not like what she's talking about at all. Watch the body language.
Me on the adventure I deserve.
You said something really.
Look at look at. Oh, she's confused. She'll figure out life soon enough. Hopefully. If not, there's gonna be a lot of kittens in her future. A lot of kittens. Yo, but listen, this is the thing is why doing reactions to content like this is so interesting, because during a show where there's a camera in front of them, there's going to be a lot of groupthink. There's going to be a lot of conversations that won't draw conflict, because at the point that you try to enable responsibility in an action, people can get really defensive. At the same time, and especially like when the audience, I'm assuming, is all women audience, right? Like they want you to hear things, and the editor is going to make them hear things that will make the audience members feel better about themselves, which is why you see something like, wouldn't it be nice if women weren't, and if people, you know, there's gonna be a whole bunch of mothers that are watching that are just like, yeah, say it again, without the accountability of what it took to get into that situation. And also too, so she said earlier, and she's basically admitted to us that she has no idea how to pick dudes. She has no idea what a good dude is. So now she's getting into these relationships with her definition of a good dude. And here's the thing, is that like a dude with options, you have to be a cut above the rest for him to relax and think that you are the one that he wants to be one with. And there's a lot of young-minded women that just think that them being them and not rising to some occasion is all that they need in that to get a good dude, or a dude of means and substance. And what they are finding is it is not enough. And listen, a dude like me who sees a mindset like that, like, yeah, like I may rank you high on the viscosity marketplace, but as far as like a LTR, a long-term relationship marketplace, I can see where your mentality is. And I'm just like, no, there's no way. Like, she can't help me solve problems, right? she can't help me. I can't see her nurturing her way or having the emotional stability to help within a conversation, right? Like, this type of mentality is what is the breeding place for baby mother drama. It is the breeding place for it. You understand what I'm saying? The whole go outside of the race, so that's the reason I'm gonna go to a hood dude, like, oh, this is deep. This thing runs deep. All right, let's keep going.
You said something really good there though, because the good men out there, they think that God's gift to women, so now they treating everybody.
But I don't want to put it on, like, there are some good guys who will take you on wonderful adventures and you won't be crying at the end of it. Like, I think that's like the problem, is that there are good guys that might be a little corny, but they're fun, they're kind. And like, I do feel Sierra did for Russell. She gave him a little swag. Like, he's not wearing the Hawaiian shirts anymore. I feel like though we got to change the conversation. Why does it mean that like in the end, like after I've lived and had all my fun, I'm gonna settle down with this corny man? Why can't it be, oh, we want, you know, this good man who's great and fun and nice that treats me well. Yeah. And like, that's a new experience. It doesn't have to be something that we wait for after we've been drugged through the mud.
True.
Good question.
You know?
And then we, you know.
That's always our experience though, that I feel.
That's what I feel like you have
Why
to
it gotta
go.
be our experience?
I just feel like you have to go through this life, and sometimes you experience this trauma to know that there is something else out there.
Last question was...
No. No, you were oh my gosh. This one's ridiculous. Sorry guys, this is not typical MTR. Usually I'm a lot more measured in my responses. No, No, you do not have to go through pain in order to get what you want at the end of the day. You just have to date strategically, okay? You have to fix the way that you think about things so that you are actually attributing the actions in another person's personality that work well within your own. It doesn't mean you have to sleep with the entire world in order to do that. I don't get how you equate the two. It just doesn't make sense to me. And what was interesting is if you saw in that question, the one in the orange is hitting them with fantastic questions. Let me bring it back and watch the body language, which is why this is so key. After she asked the question, watch what happened.
Dug through the mud.
True.
The one in the middle says true, but doesn't want to answer and looks back over to this one. It's because she doesn't have an answer for that. Okay? Doesn't have an answer for that. All right? And doesn't want to have an answer for that because it's too hard for you to consider your own actions in the situation. All right? It's too hard, right? There's plenty of good dudes out there that are fun to be around. All right? But you have trauma in your history and you think that a traumatic relationship with another man means love. That's what you think that it means. So when you see the trauma or drama as it's happening, you get closer to that person. You like the up and the downs. You like the, oh my goodness. It's promoting, it's the cyclical behavior that promotes bad relationships. All right, guys, so listen, that's the end of the video. Actually, it's not the end of the video. I probably cut a bunch of stuff out, so feel free to go over. I'll leave a link down in the description box down below to watch the entire video as well as look at the channel. I'm not sure if they're like normals on the channel. They're always up there. I'm not sure. I didn't look through the channel at all. Again, the one on the right, and when I say right, I mean over here. The one on the right was the moderator, so you didn't really hear a lot from her. The one all the way on the left had a much more realistic view of the things that she was saying. And then the one in the middle is just all over the place. I see therapy in her future to heal the trauma that she has experienced so she can make better decisions in who she is letting into her energy field into the future. You understand what I'm saying? This whole good guy, nice guy, whatever debate, my thing is that, guys, don't put yourselves in any of these frameworks. Just focus on building yourself. That's very important, no matter if it's from a soft skills perspective, hard skills perspective, professional development, your financial education and literacy, all of these different things, your masculinity, all of these different things. Bump, good guy, nice guy, bad boy, Tyrone, Pook, bump all of that shit. Get out the frameworks, because if you're still talking in it, you're still in the matrix. You understand what I'm saying? Focus on happiness first. That has been my video. That has been my reaction. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Feel free to hit me up if you got any questions or any suggestions of things that I should perhaps react to. Until next time, you two.